We show up, the DJ's playing Western music, Drake, Jack Harlow, Post Malone. And so I walk myself to the middle of the dance floor and I start doing my dance moves. Before I know it, the DJ changes the music. It goes from Drake to Romeo Santos. All it took was 15 seconds to watch the whole dance floor assemble. Everyone grabbed a partner, ran to the middle of the room. I took a few steps back, crossed my legs, covered my face. That's when I reminded myself, you're a confident student. You can figure this out. I rolled my shoulders back, popped my chest up, started looking around the room for somebody who didn't have a partner to dance with. I saw this one person, back right-hand corner, no one asked her to dance. I put a big smile on my face, locked eyes with her like this. I get within arm's reach. I reach out to grab her hands to invite her to dance. She has this big smile on her face. I bring her directly to the middle of the dance floor. It was the worst 20 seconds of her life. Actually, it was more like 5 seconds before she put up her left hand and she said, un momento. She then turns 90 degrees to the side, lets go of my hands, grabs somebody else's, and they start dancing. That was my cue to leave. I went back to my hotel room, I pulled out my phone, and I started writing down a plan to learn how to dance. Step 1, learn how to say teach me in Spanish, enséñame. I thought, perfect, worst case scenario, I can now ask somebody to teach me how to dance in their language. Second part of my plan was to learn the 4 basic steps to this dance. Before I knew it, the day had flown by and it was already 11 o'clock, which meant it was showtime. I walked myself into the disco, DJ's playing songs that you and I could sing and dance to, starts playing Latin music. There was one really big problem. The only person I saw who didn't have a partner, it was the same person from the night before. I remember I walked myself out the disco, made a decision I'm not proud of to give up. I got all the way to the door before I stopped myself, and I made a promise to myself that I was gonna do whatever it took to learn how to dance. The moment I looked at her this time, she turned and stared at the wall. I said, no, 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 enséñame, teach me. You know, she got so excited, she grabbed my hands, dragged me to the middle of the room, spent the next 15 minutes teaching me the 4 basic steps to this Latin dance. I had so much fun, I went back the next night, she was there, we danced again. We danced 5 nights in a row. By the end of the trip, I was starting to fall in love with dancing. I ended up taking 15 Latin dance classes over the next year. Today, Latin dancing is a massive part of my life. But if you knew me when I was a student, you would have had no idea. Because every time there was an opportunity to dance, I was the one person sitting on a bench at the side of the gym watching everybody else. How are you sitting on the bench in your own life because you fear the judgment of others?